All right, so I got business coaching figured out, but the brand mogul just came in here and put us on game that's gonna change everything.
In this episode, I'm gonna talk about how to build your brand successfully and effectively.
If you want real branding sauce to get your business to the next level, you need to watch this episode and hear it from the biggest and the baddest.
Donni, the brand builder, I multiply the income. Live on set.
Live on set.
I multiply the income. I'm getting tired of y'all talking about my wife. In this episode, I'm going to talk about it.
The comments are saying, oh, he's a simp. He's this, he's that. Cap, that didn't happen.
Listen, people, it's for the final time. Yeah, I made $1 million for my fiance in a month. If you're smart enough, you'll look at this episode and you will too.
I believe that more men should take ownership of putting their ladies in position if they have the power to do so.
Why wouldn't you pour into your woman?
You was feeling that.
These clowns got me emotional. Keep commenting though.
I kind of got beef with the EYL platform. I'm just say that.
How you got beef with us?
I got a little beef.
Can I talk about it? Yeah, talk about it.
Welcome to another episode of Full Transparency with Donni Wiggins, where I bring on a bunch of dope entrepreneurs to share their story, but the story behind the story, the one that they're not telling on the internet, the one that you hadn't heard on a podcast before, and all of that good stuff. And today I am super excited to have a special guest with me, someone that over the last couple of years I have gotten to know, I have admired from a distance, and he's about to shock us both with a little 16. You got a hot 16? You got a hot 16 to introduce yourself? You got a hot 16? What we doing?
Chill. I need a beat. Chill. I'm from New York. Greenburg, New York is where I lay my head for 25 years. Now I moved to the A. I'm going with my thing. Now I'm on Donnie's show, Full Transparency.
Boom. Hey. Michael Macdonald, you guys. One of the founders, creators, maybe even the brainchild of the Earn Your Leisure platform. Just a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Maybe.
So, I think you and I were having that conversation the last time I saw you. I didn't really know that you were really the launching pad of the whole Earn Your Leisure movement.
Yeah, definitely. I was started from the dirt. It was in the dirt. We started from the ground up. The first version was Rashad becoming the #1 financial advisor on social media.
Okay.
And that was just me and him working his Instagram, because he started like 400 followers, and then we got it to 40,000 followers, and then people were asking for more information, because Rashad would just put a lot of information online that was never like displayed in a way he did it, and people just was like, oh, can you go more into detail? And they were asking, do you have like a podcast or whatnot? And then eventually he's like, yo, let's do a podcast, and then he got Troy to be a host, and then me, I'm the media person, so I did all the media, the marketing, the video editing, the lighting, the sound, and that's how and it caught wildfire, because it was just so it was so different. It was never like seen before.
Yeah.
And I always say, like, you got two black dudes in hoodies talking about financial literacy.
Yeah. So
right away, the audience that we were targeting was so receptive to the information, because it was people that looked like them, and the information was delivered in a digestible way that connected with us as a culture. So it ended up being a great success, and it was the perfect timing.
Yeah. Were you guys friends before, you and Rashad?
We're childhood friends, yeah.
Your childhood
friends.
They
actually were my friends when they were taller than me.
When they were taller than
they were but they're super taller than me.
They're not taller than you now.
No, I kind of
tower over them. So these are just friends who literally, what'd you have going on before Earn Your Leisure?
I was doing exactly what I was doing for Earn Your Leisure. I was doing for other companies. Okay. So I've been doing this for 20 years. I've been over 20 years. I've been working behind the scenes and helping people develop their business, and figuring out how can they do something better to make more money. And that's what I was doing. So this opportunity came. We all came in equally. We were equally, shares in the company, and said, let's just do this together. We didn't do it to make money. We just said, let's just do something because people want it. That's one of the keys to success, is listening to your audience. And then we listened to the audience. They said that's what they wanted, and it begun to be like something really big, where we can make a ton of money in podcasting. Because
what I love most about how the whole movement originated is, we got a lot of group chats. in our cell phones. Like you always have an idea with a homie and it's like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do the other thing. And it never makes it out of the group chat. And you guys literally took an idea and went with it. And it actually made it out of the group chat. Like y'all had a conversation that, you know, started as we're just going to do this. Let's just do this to put some information out there. You weren't, I don't think in the beginning you were looking to monetize it necessarily.
Well, that's the great thing about it, because the 4 or 5 other businesses that we tried to do prior to Earn Your Leisure, they didn't succeed because it was no passion behind it. It wasn't a connection behind it. This one, every person's role. Rashad was in finance, Troy was in education, and I was in media.
Yeah,
I enjoy doing what I do. I love what I do. Like I could be in front of a computer all day long. I could be in back of a camera all day long. So I love what I do. It was enjoyable to me. Troy loves to educate. He breaks down things so effortlessly and makes so much sense. So it was just second nature to him.
Yeah.
Rashad was in finance. He loves finance. He understands finance, and he breaks it down in a digestible way. It was second nature to us. So, and it was all of our passions. We took our passions and made a company out of it, and it became very highly successful.
Highly successful.
Yes.
What were some of the challenges that you faced building your platform?
Well, I can speak for myself that the biggest challenge was that we were doing it just us three in the beginning, where we didn't put too much. We didn't have a big budget for it. So what we were doing was we were building this platform without putting money into it and just taking the money that we made and putting it back into it. So it took a lot of stress on me because I had other clients that I was working with where I started to lose clients because I couldn't dedicate my time to other clients because I started to see the vision of where we can go with this. Like we were literally creating history as we were doing it. Like I feel like, which is happening now, people are going to be looking in textbooks in school and learning about Earn Your Leisure. And it was an incredible opportunity. So I said, you know what? I'm going to have to sacrifice. Some people's going to have to sacrifice, or my clients are going to have to sacrifice. My finances is going to have to sacrifice because this vision is going to change all of our lives.
Yeah, for sure. So. And obviously the EYL movement isn't the first podcast to hit.
Absolutely not.
You know, podcasting has been around since for what, the last 20 years or so, 15, 20 years. Tell me though, you guys, to us, like especially to David and I, to Social Proof, and to a lot of our generation's entrepreneurs, y'all the big homies. Y'all are like the grandfathers of podcast. You kind of set the wave, set the trend. Tell me what it's like to have that responsibility, or do you even think that that's the truth?
I don't know. I mean, we identify ourselves as the biggest, and if you consistently say something, you not only you would believe it, but everyone else would believe it, and that's the fortune that we put on ourselves, that we're the biggest, right? So people look at us as the biggest. If you look around and see like a lot of the people that are connected with each other, they all connected through Earn Your Leisure. Earn Your Leisure was like the centerpiece for a lot of people, and that's a great thing because we're not athletes, we're not entertainers. We're people with people that's educated in a skill that we learned how to monetize, right? And we're bringing these people together as a culture, as our people, and it's becoming like a wave now that people like, you don't have to be a star, you don't have to be a rapper.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't think we taking on the responsibility of being the big homies, but you know.
But y'all are.
Well, you know what?
Here we are. Got you. What makes you so great at marketing? Like, what's your background in this? Did you go to college for it?
So I went to college for graphic design.
Okay.
It just graphic design wasn't paying the bills. It really was. It's not a great space to be in if that's. I want nice things in life. Like I like the nice things in life, you know. So I knew that couldn't take me to where I wanted to go. So I had to study, and I studied. With YouTube, I study courses. I look at other people, what they're doing. I study a lot. I invest in my education like daily.
Yeah.
Like I'm always looking at things that can make me better. And what that does for me, it allows me to grow as a marketer. It grows as a media person. So all I can say. I mean, I just keep keep investing in myself.
Okay, so we're almost the same age, and graphic design, that wasn't even a term that I heard a lot, like growing up when we were thinking about college. And so back then, were you like going to school because you thought, I'm gonna make flyers, I'm gonna kill it, you know, making posters and flyers? Was that what you thought you were gonna do?
Well, funny enough, I started at 14 making flyers for promoters and stuff. And I mean, it's $50 a flyer. I was doing like 4 flyers a week. That's $200 a week.
So you were getting money in,
I mean, it was $200.
what was it, high school, 14?
Yeah, I was in 9th grade. I was making flyers for all the promoters. Like, I was literally the flyer guy. I was doing all the flyers, and it was cool. Like, you know, it was cool money. But as you get older, you know, it's not cool anymore.
Right.
But I went to graphic because that's what I went to school. I was like, I want to get a degree. My mother wants me to go to school. So I'm gonna go to school with something I know already.
Okay.
So it was just the easy route.
Yeah. You were raised by a single mom?
Yes.
Life is very different for you now than your beginnings.
It definitely is. It definitely is. I grew up in the projects, on welfare, in special education. I mean, it was 5 of us in a 4-bedroom apartment, 3-bedroom apartment, and my mother was a single mom. She was a waitress, so she only made but so much. But she knew how to make it work. She was very great at that.
You said that you went through special education. What was why?
I mean, obviously, it could be a learning disability. It could be. I think I was misdiagnosed, obviously, because I got to this place in my life. If the things that they put on me were true, then I don't think I would be able to have this level of success, have this level of dedication, have this level of consistency. Or even have this level of education or skill. Because they said I guess I wasn't able to retain information. I couldn't stay still for a long time. I couldn't. The problem was they didn't know how to teach a person that was a visual learner. They didn't know how to teach that a person that was hands-on. They didn't understand my learning the way I was taught. And that's the problem with schools and education. People learn at different paces. People learn at different styles. You can't teach one style to 20 people, 25 people in a classroom and expect all 25 people to pick it up the same exact way. It's never going to happen. So I guess they felt like I should be in special education, and the fact that I'm already behind because I'm a black man in America, then I'm in the projects, and again that when I look around in my classroom, it's the same people that's in my project. So I'm like, something didn't add up. So I felt like I was just, you know.
That's crazy. Like looking at you, you know, before I offend anybody, you know, sometimes you can kind of tell just by being around someone that there may be some type of slight disability. I would never have, and I know you're not owning it, but I would never have even thought that was your start. That was your beginning. But I think that's a huge piece of your story that if you don't tell it, you should tell it a lot, because there's somebody who had
100%.
something put on them and they're believing it still as an adult, feeling like, oh, well, they diagnosed me with ADHD or this, that, and the other. And I started off in special education, and they're using that as an excuse.
100%. I mean, I do tell her that I'm not embarrassed of my past, because my past has made me who I am. I wouldn't change my past for nothing. I have lifelong friends. It's nothing about my past that I'm ashamed of. So, and it's somebody out there, it's a kid out there that probably was in the same situation I was in, and he might think that he can't get out of it. I'm his hope. So I would always tell my story. I'm not ashamed.
What have been some of your own personal challenges, like on your journey?
On journey, what? I mean, a bunch of different journeys. I mean, you have reached a height now where you're at the top of your career at this point, and it's going to go up from here. You are transitioning, and we'll get into a little bit of that as you're transitioning from behind the scenes, coming more in front of the camera. I want to talk about that, but I want to know, like, what's some of the challenges that you've had to deal with just putting yourself out here? I'm, in media, I'm marketing, I'm behind this powerful brand. What are some things that you've had to overcome on your own? Well, one of the biggest things is, like, I think trying to please everybody. That's probably one of my biggest things. Is like I got a really big heart. I want everybody to win, and my biggest challenge would be trying to put somebody in a level of success, and they're not ready for it. Tyler Perry said in Invest Fest, he said, You're gonna start becoming very successful, right? And you're gonna go up, right? You're gonna keep going up. People are gonna be start falling off that ladder, and then eventually you're gonna try to be putting people up this high, whatever. But the air gets thinner the higher you go, and they can't breathe. You're gonna put them in a place where they handicap themselves. Me personally, I don't believe that. I have to. My biggest challenge is bringing everybody with me. That's my biggest challenge. And I'm trying to figure out how to get the best out of the people that I love, how to get the best out of each one of them to bring them to the success that they deserve.
That's a common issue. Like, as soon as people start making money, and it doesn't even have to be millions. It could be like 6 figures or whatever the case is. You want to reach back and you want to help. Now you're taking care of your mom and, you know, your children, your aunts, your uncles, everybody who ever impacted your life, you want to do something for. And I think that that's a beautiful heart to have, but it's also incredibly harmful because not managed correctly, you could lose everything that you built trying to bring everybody along with you.
Facts. Well, you know, I spoke about it. I think it's a post today I'm doing, but it was a time where I was broke my whole life, and then I got up, but I came back down. A person that's always been broke, you've always been broke, but a person that was broke then goes up and has all these nice things, has all these level of successes, and it has to come back down. It's the most embarrassing thing in the moment in the world. And it was probably because, one, I didn't pay attention to my business. I let other people run my business. 2 is I was too careless with my money. I would take care of everybody, do everything. And 3, I didn't listen to my man Prophet saying, he says, you don't help anybody until you get to the top floor. Then you send the elevator back down. That has been stuck with me forever, right? So now that I've learned that, I know when I can help somebody. I won't help anybody unless I'm at the top floor.
Yeah.
Then I'll send it down for somebody to help.
Yeah.
But I was not even at the top floor, and I was sending that elevator back down, and it broke. The elevator broke down and it didn't go back up. It took a couple of years to get it back up to the top.
Took a couple of years.
I know blood, sweat, and tears.
I know that life. And you know what's crazy is people will be angry with you for having to say no.
I just got a text today. Like, damn, you could just...
For all the times I said yes, this one time I say no, you're mad.
Curse me out.
Really? What happened?
I guess I'm not giving them enough attention. I'm like, do you see what I'm doing online? Do you see what I'm doing? I'm putting content every day on a high level.
Yeah.
Every single day.
I
got a family. I got a whole 5 of the businesses that I'm working at. I gave myself a job to start my own brand. Like, you see what I'm doing? You think I got time to be talking about dumb shit? I got real shit. Shit. I got a vision. And anybody that wants to get in my way of my vision, you out of the way. I can't fuck with you.
So how are you balancing that? Because you do have day ones. You have a family now.
If they don't believe in my vision, if they're not in align with my vision, then you over there. I don't see you.
Yeah.
I don't see you.
But what does that mean?
My best friend in life. I do everything for him. Haven't spoke to him in 3 months.
But you still do everything for him.
No, I don't speak to him.
You don't speak to him.
He's not aligned with my vision.
Okay, hold on, because that's something that I personally struggle with. I have friends from every stage of my life. I have friends dated back to elementary school to people that I meet now. And I personally don't believe in cutting people off that's not aligned with my vision. I went through a period where I did, and it got lonely. Like, it really got lonely. And I feel like I have to remember what people contributed to me at that time and why we're connected, and just leave them in that space. But you are like, nope, you got to be on board right now.
Well, he's still my friend. I still love him, but I'm going to love him from afar, just like that. I mean, I have goals. I have things that I want to accomplish.
Yeah.
And you know what? I have a family now.
Yeah.
I can't, my family's my number one priority. Like, I can't go sleep on my brother's couch anymore. Like, how I'm gonna go, like, hey babe, me and Legend, you and Legend we gotta go on somebody's couch.
Right.
Because we can't afford the bills. How I look like that? So anybody that takes away from me, then you don't need to be in my life. I feel like that's the problem. A lot of your closest people, all they do is take. When you gonna give? When you gonna give? I'm tired of giving.
Do you struggle with that? Do you have anybody in your life outside?
I used to. Well, yeah, I do. I do struggle with it, but you know, I'm selfish now. I'm gonna start being selfish and pour into me.
I'm gonna start being selfish, y'all. I'm gonna start being selfish, pouring into me. It's gonna start with you. It's starting with you.
Yeah.
The answer is no.
See, that's what I couldn't do. Like, Legend can get whatever he want. I don't think
Legend is a baby.
I don't think I'm gonna say no to that kid.
She's 21 years old. I'm gonna start saying. I'm gonna have to start saying no.
50, 30 years old. I don't think I'm gonna tell him.
Listen, and I'm the same way.
He better not listen to this later on in life
and be like,
he's like, Daddy ain't gonna tell me no.
Daddy,
so.
do you spoil the crap out of him?
She's Jessica spoils the crap out of him.
But you don't. Do you feel like you're gonna be the disciplinarian?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I just told her he's not gonna know the word no.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I don't know how.
But I have to instill in him the value of $1. Mm-hmm. That's the most important thing. Like, I understood the value of $1 growing up. Yeah. Like, I remember my mom saying, "Don't ask me for anything in the store. I don't have money to pay for it." Mm-hmm. You know, like, so when I did get something, I used to be so appreciative of it because it was not normal to get like a toy or a nice thing or sneakers.
Yeah.
So I have to instill that into him. I just have to figure out how I'm gonna do it.
So with that said, Earn Your Leisure is one of the largest financial platforms right now,
Facts.
Right? As you are listening to Rashad and Troy teach, and even the guests that are coming on, and you're learning things about what you should be doing with your children and setting them up for investments, have you become active in putting Legend in place right now, financially?
Well, yes, we've been talking. I mean, he just turned a year. I should have did it a little earlier, but we're working on that now, getting things for him. I set up a trust. Like, I have a home that's probably almost paid off. That it's in his name. So those are the things I'm setting. But I want to set up more like stocks and stuff like that for him.
Yeah.
A custodial account and things like that. So she's been on me. We're gonna do it.
Okay,
We're
cool.
gonna do it.
People look at you and the whole platform as like it feels like overnight success. We know that that's not true. Mm-hmm. You also mentioned that there's been like some ups and downs in your journey. Mm-hmm. But if I'm being honest, Michael, it just looks like you guys started and it just went up. It was like Rashad started with the whole platform started behind like his 400 followers, and then it went to like 12,000 or 20,000 followers, and then it continued to grow. So it looks like y'all's journey has just been on an upward trajectory the whole time. Would you say that that's true?
I mean, I don't think, we haven't had any setbacks at the moment.
Dang.
I wouldn't say it was overnight success, but I wouldn't say, I mean, we've been doing the right thing like almost every single time. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that cocky wise. I'm just saying you got 3 highly intelligent brothers that are working together. Mm-hmm. It's real hard to beat that. If we all work together, we are unstoppable. It's just that we're conditioned not to work together. We conditioned to hate on. Look at all these other podcasts and stuff breaking up.
Yeah.
We can't break up. We're brothers. I mean, like, that's why I said on another podcast, I said, they're not, Rashad and Troy are not my friends. You know what I'm saying? They're my brothers. Like, it's different. It's family. We're family with their family. I'm family with our family. It's just, I mean, and another thing is that people start these businesses and companies for the wrong reasons. Mm-hmm. Like, and they forget about why they started it. Mm-hmm. Like, we know why we started this. We ain't forget that. Yeah. Obviously, fame, money, and all that stuff is going to get in people's heads, but you got to go back to why we started. Yeah. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. Hey, are you a service-based entrepreneur that helps your clients or customers get some type of result, but you're struggling to post and communicate your message on social media? You don't know how to type a caption that connects and gets people's attention and converts them from just someone who's following you on social to becoming your customer or your client? Great news is that's my superpower. So I'm sending you 3 text messages every single day, excluding major holidays, directly to your phone of exactly what you need to post to get people to buy and convert them into clients and customers. All you have to do is join my program, Post to Paid, and you can do so by texting the words Post to Paid to 404-737-2767. And the best news is just $37 a month. So hurry up, send me the text. I'm looking for it now. I want to talk about the breakout star. That's what I see when I see you now, because you've always been that guy, but nobody knew it. You were very, very well placed behind the scenes by your own choice. That's where you preferred to be.
Yep.
But now
still want to be behind the scenes.
Well, I don't know if that's true. You're popping out. You're everywhere.
I mean, I've always been like the extrovert out of everybody. Like, Rashad's an introvert, and Troy just wants to stay home. I mean, if he could stay home with his family forever, he'll do that. He would love to do that, Yeah. But me, I was outside. I've been out. Jessica got me inside. She put me inside. This is when I really should be behind the scenes. Because damn, when we first started, I was outside. I was enjoying life. Like if people follow me, my small following before I started Earn Your Leisure, you can see I used to post in the clubs. I used to post like funny videos, because I'm a likable guy. I mean, I must say I'm a really likable guy. Anybody that gets to know me, they enjoy my presence. But I like my privacy. I like the fact that I can be who I want to be. I like the fact that I can go out and drink. I like the fact that I could go out looking bummy. I like those things, right? I don't have to live to this certain standard. When you put yourself in front of the camera, once you do that, you can't undo that. You can't be unseen anymore. So now you're expected to be operating and moving in a certain level, in a certain light. That's why I always like being behind the scenes. I had the financial gain, and I also had the privacy. I had both. I had the best of both worlds. And like I said, if it was my choice, like I would definitely, if I didn't have a family, I would definitely still be behind the scenes.
Yeah. But now you're out here.
I am.
What's this vision? What's the direction that you're going in?
I'm gonna change a lot of people's lives. What I've been doing for all these different people in these last 20 years, but I was doing it on an intimate level. Now I'm gonna do it on a global level.
Is this through media and marketing?
Yep.
Okay. So you're building. This is going to be separate from the Earn Your Leisure brand?
I mean, it's just my personal. The great thing about me building a personal brand, like I said to somebody else the other day, I posted a clip with Van, whatever his name is. I forgot. I can't even think. But I posted a clip about him, right? I post a lot of Earn Your Leisure stuff, but I posted a clip about him and it got like 100,000 views, right? When I had 5,000 followers, that would never happen. It might get 10,000 at the most. Okay. But the bigger my brand, my personal brand gets, and the more people know me, the more people like me, they'll trust me. So whatever I tell them to support, they will support me. That's the simple thing in all of branding. Yeah. You gotta sales is they're gonna buy into you before they buy your product. Once they buy into you, they'll buy any product you have. So now, like the fact that I'm positioning myself as my personal brand, I'm just making my personal brand bigger. With that, what does that do? Now you had 2 snipers for Earn Your Leisure. Now you got 3. And he's coming. I'm coming.
Bang,
coming.
bang, bang.
You know what I'm saying?
You're out here.
This train is going.
This train is going, and it's not stopping anytime soon. So you are now, I mean, you're already like, some people hate the word mogul because you're still you still have a long way to go.
Yeah, I own a trademark to digital mogul too, so.
You did?
Yeah, I do own a trademark of digital. I'm a digital mogul. That's a fact.
You're a digital mogul.
Yeah, I tried to get digital architect, but it wasn't available.
Use your relationships. Get that.
It's all good. I'll take digital mogul. You said mogul, so it works.
Digital mogul. You're a digital mogul. You're teaching people really how to structure their brands and get noticed digitally. What are you? How will you be helping? Are you helping entrepreneurs? Are you
like, for instance?
Okay.
I don't want to cut you off, but like this is because I watch everything, right? You was at Stage B in InvestFest, which was probably the most informative Stage B that I've ever seen since the last 3 years. The jewels that you dropped in terms of systems and processes, what you do for this podcast, people just don't know. They don't understand that. They don't understand the running show. They don't understand none of those systems that you have in place. Yeah. The connection with your calendars and all these different systems. If they had these systems, how much easier would it be to run? You know what I'm saying? So those things people don't know. I'm basically doing that for these brands, putting these systems and processes in place, because when they get on a platform like Full Transparency or Earn Your Leisure or Social Proof, what happens is they start to get a lot of business. And when you start to get a lot of business, you're not able to control that business because you are consumed with so much clients that now you're overworked.
Yeah.
And in return, you don't do the work, and what happens? You're called something. I think 1% of the people just want to like just steal your money or take your money. I think the other 99 is that they don't have the right processes, systems and processes in place, and they end up failing in business. So they can't handle the business. So I come in and I see those gaps, and I see why you're not making money here, why you're not making money here. Let's monetize this, let's monetize this, and let's do this differently, and let's put some systems and back end in there so you can make money and be seamless. Everything, a workflow. You need a workflow. You need to be able to go on vacation for 2 weeks and your business still runs the same way.
Facts.
So if you can't go away for 2 weeks and your business still runs, then it's called you got a job.
You got a job. First of all, I
gave myself a job.
You did. You did. But this is going to be a job that you are happy to have.
Well, like I said, I'm enjoying helping people.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing one-on-one coaching now, and the progress that I'm seeing already with some of the students and clients that I have.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good. It goes back to like when Jessica used to do one-on-one coaching. We might bring that back, Jessica. I used to see like how much joy it brought her when she was helping these people, change their living situations and get to from where they were like stuck. And she got students in Africa that was basically drinking water out of a well, and now they have houses and homes and taking care of their family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you do that for somebody, it's a whole different feeling.
I went through a period in 2022 where everybody was, and when I say everybody, I mean like my mentors and just, my friend groups where we discuss business and we hold each other accountable, was attempting to convince me like, you got to get out of the one-on-one coaching space because, I work with entrepreneurs and I love being in the one-on-one coaching space. So I eliminated all my one-on-one coaching options and only worked with the clients that I had. And I transitioned everything into like groups and just really working from a distance through courses. And when you said that, Jessica, you remember seeing the happiness on her face when she would help people get these results. That was like one of the most miserable business years for me because I felt so unfulfilled not being able to coach and work with entrepreneurs because that's my gift.
It gives great fulfillment.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, it's not scalable. It's not something that's scalable. I think I'm gonna create a $100,000 coaching program after this. I got 20 people in 2 weeks. That's amazing. But I got 20 people that I'm going to be coaching, and I'm just using a proof of concept. They're going to give me the great testimonials and all these different things, and then I'm going to scale my group in coaching. That's what I'm going to do. Because this one-on-one, I couldn't do this.
You couldn't manage it. Well, not only could you not scale it, but you just have way too much going on. That's what I'm about to ask you. Like, how are you? So right now, building this brand new business, this is like a brand new thing. So we're at the top of the journey. Obviously, the success that you have been able to create with your existing platform makes it a little easier for you to come into this space.
My experience.
Okay.
Because I haven't really promoted through the Earn Your Leisure channel. I've just been promoted like singly, right? Like even my podcast, right? My podcast probably should be on EYL Network, but I don't think it's at the level. Like I also agree with. I have to raise the bar, right? I'm not ready for that, right? And I treat myself like I treat everybody else. You just can't come onto the network. I own a network that I don't even have my podcast on for a reason, right? Because I have to get it to a certain place. And then when I feel that it's right and it's ready, it'll go to the network, right? It's just seamless, right? But the thing is, the way I'm able to do so many things at once is because I have a workflow. Then the same workflow that I'm teaching people is the same workflow I'm doing. All the experiences, all the mistakes I already did. I'm not really working. I'm not working in a fog. I'm working in clarity.
Yeah. That's strong. Not working in a fog, I'm working in clarity. I love that. In fact, someone literally just said those exact words to me this morning. Every single day I do a gratitude statement. And I'm always talking about, I try to remind myself to stay in gratitude for something that happened literally within that day, right? And so this morning I was talking to a friend of mine on the way into the studio, and I asked him, like, what are you grateful for? And he literally said, you know what? I'm grateful that everything is unfolding the way that I saw it in my mind, and I get to operate from a place of clarity because so many people wake up with like hazy eyes and a fog.
Facts.
In front of their face. And so that's like confirmation. Write that down for me because there's something that I must have to do with that message. That's actually powerful and very strong. So you just released your program a couple of weeks ago, and you're working with people one-on-one. The one-on-one, just so people are understanding your process and how you're going to build this business out, this is like your beta program. You're working with people one-on-one to, like, is it to prove your concept, or you already have the concept proven, but is it for you to really establish?
It's really giving me my social proof.
Okay.
It's developing my social proof, because I am a ghost when it comes to Earn Your Leisure. No one knows me for Earn Your Leisure, right? So even all the different Earn Your Leisures and even Jessica's, people know me now because of your episode and another episode she was on, but people don't know me for Earn Your Leisure. So I have to create my own narrative now, but that's a great thing. I get to create my own narrative. You don't tell me who I am. I'm telling you who I am.
Yeah.
So it's a gift and a curse. Yeah, this would be easier if my face was a part of Earn Your Leisure from day one, but I didn't understand. Like, I like my privacy, like I said before, but it's really important that everyone has a brand. Whatever you're doing, you should always have your personal brand. Because as long as you have your personal brand, no matter what, if anything happens in life, if you lose this job, or if you break up with this person, you can always go back to your personal brand.
Yeah.
So I should have had my personal brand from day one, like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But I liked my privacy. I like being behind the scenes.
So it all makes so much sense now. You mentioned Jessica a few times throughout this episode, but it all makes so much sense. Jessica sat right there in that spot a couple of episodes ago, and she talked about how she's gifted in her own talent, right?
Yes.
She understands trading and the Forex markets and all that stuff, but she struggles when it comes to understanding the business behind it, and that you really helped her transform. Like, she was making crazy money before you ever came into the picture. But if I had the way that I tell my clients, like if Jessica were my client, I'd be like, girl, you got lucky and made all that money because you didn't have any systems in place. You just had a skill set that you monetized. You made a lot of money, but now we got to duplicate it. You couldn't duplicate it, right? And she made a comment that people just attached to.
Okay.
And she said, Michael runs my business, and he helped me make $1 million. You approached her very early on in the relationship and helped her make $1 million very quickly. It would seem like, the comments are saying, oh, he's a simp, he's this, he's that, cap, that didn't happen. I want you to address that first before I even answer your next question.
So I don't like giving attention to things that are online with my vision. Okay. Because I hear about the comments, and people are killing me in the comments about that video and killing her. I mean, as long as you don't be disrespectful, I don't care, but at the end of the day, we have our story, right? I'm not here to prove anything to the world. Yeah. But let's start off like this, right? She actually showed me her accounts. If you put all her money together before I touched her business, because we got into business together. It was a partnership. Before a relationship, we had a partnership. Okay. I still own that percentage too, by the way, of your business.
Does she be cutting your check though?
Sometimes. I'm gonna give it sometimes. Okay. I gotta put pressure on. Okay. And so we had a partnership. If you put all her money together, she was a millionaire. But she had money all over the place, right? All different accounts. So she was a millionaire before I even touched the scene, right? Okay. The thing is that what she was saying in that video is she wanted like passive income. She wanted money where she didn't have to go and trade. Like she when I met her, this was her schedule. 12 o'clock at night, she would get up, go to WeWorks. Literally, this is Monday through Friday. Trade up until like 5 o'clock in the morning, or study, trade, whatever she was doing. Yeah. Then she'd go work out, go to sleep at 12, and do it again. She literally did that for like 3 years straight. Yeah. 3 years straight, she was doing the same routine, and that's why she became so great at it. Now, it goes back to when I was talking about teaching, right? I think she might have said it a little wrong, because it's not that she's not good in business. If she was interested in business, she would be great in business. She just doesn't like business. It's like a student. I don't want to know history. I want to know math. Yeah. She just didn't have interest in business. That's all it was. I came and seen that she was in love with trading. All she wanted to do was trade. A person that wakes up at midnight to go trade at 5 o'clock until 5 o'clock in the morning, every single day for 3 years straight, and then give you a free class to a private community for 2 years straight. never asked for $1. She don't sell. She had nothing to sell. She was just loved the fact that she was able to change people's lives. And she was doing, the only thing she was selling was one-on-one. And that wasn't even, she would only take a few people every year. So that wasn't even a sale. She never sells. Even today, she don't sell. So she had this amazing community that was in line to be her one-on-one. I'm like, whoa, 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 baby girl. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It could have been you. It could have been her. It could have been him. It could have been anybody to see that she didn't have, her business wasn't able to monetize without her being there. I was able to come into her business and monetize her business without her trading, without her being there. Because she had that asset. She had the social proof. She had 100 and something thousand followers. She had a class that people wanted to go to. All I did was I put her class. Listen, people, I put her class for the final time. I put her class on YouTube. It gets 4,000 or 5,000 views every single week. Go check it. Go to Jessica Lane's YouTube. 4,000 or 5,000 people. That's one.
Okay.
What was the next thing? I took those people in that private community and we created a course. Go to IamJessicaLane.com. That's her course. For the people that don't believe it.
Okay.
Now she has a course.
Okay.
So she has a course. She has her YouTube, and now she's also monetizing from her YouTube. It was supposed to be a podcast, but then she got pregnant. That was the next thing.
Okay.
Then she got pregnant, and the pregnancy was really tough on her. So just say those two things, right? It was a couple of other things. I just can't think of it right now. But the two main things that got her a lot of income was her course and her YouTube. Now, you put that on top of, she was a guest on Earn Your Leisure, right?
Right.
But okay, if she went on Earn Your Leisure before I met her, she would have not made any passive income. She would have not made any money. I put things in place so she would be able to monetize the episode on Earn Your Leisure. Yes, Earn Your Leisure played a big part in her success, but she made a ton of money before the episode and during the episode and after the episode. So anybody that thinks that it's not true, thank you. Please continue to think that.
Yeah.
She's walking in her purpose. I'm walking in my purpose, and it is what it is. I'm done with that.
People who know you know exactly what it is. I
got a little too emotional.
You got a little emotional. You was feeling that.
These clowns got me emotional. Keep commenting though.
Yeah. Because negative or positive, I even told Jessica, the comments were coming in, and I'm like, look, you got to tune out of those comments because people, they eat me alive in my own comments. You know what I mean? I don't even have to guest appear on anybody else's platform. What I have learned, though, is when you are doing something bigger than what people have ever experienced, it leaves a lot of room open for judgment. And sometimes because you're dealing with a lot of people who are watching that don't have that kind of support, they don't have somebody that they could align with that has some kind of talent or power to put you in position. And you didn't do anything that you're not supposed to do as a man. Like, I believe that more men should take ownership of putting their ladies in position if they have the power to do so.
Why wouldn't you pour into your woman?
Why wouldn't you?
If you have the opportunity to make her better, why wouldn't? If she has she's made me better.
Yeah.
Right? I was fat, I was overweight, I didn't love myself, all these different things. But this beautiful, talented, amazing, highly successful woman comes in my life and wants to date me.
Yeah.
And I'm at the lowest, inside I'm at the lowest place in my life, and physically I'm at the lowest place in my life. She literally fell in love with my heart. She's seen inside of me.
Yeah.
But people just so dumb. But the thing is that if you pay attention to people with those are probably broke people that are miserable and hate their life.
Yeah.
And I understand you hate your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pray for you. I'll pray for you. I know you hate your life. I know you. It sucks that you're not here or there and you're not being talked about. I apologize. I'm sorry. But I'll pray for you. I promise I will pray for you. And that's it. You can't really do nothing about it.
That's all you can do.
It is what it is.
That's all you can do. I learned a long time ago, like, people who judge you for having certain opportunities are typically upset that they didn't get the opportunity. But here's the thing. If Jessica had sat on that sofa and said, yeah, my fiance is Michael of Earn Your Leisure. He has all this power, yet he's done nothing to help me. They also would have eaten you alive in the comments. So if you have to be known for something, I'd rather it be doing exactly what you're doing. You're doing what a man is supposed to do. You are leveraging what you have the ability, and Jessica did too. Like, she's leveraged what she's skilled at to help improve your life. And people just,
the reason I'm sitting on this couch is a lot of it is because of her.
Yeah.
So I mean, a person that says she's with me for money, I will say she won't date a broke person, but who will? Why would you want to date a broke person?
Why would you want to?
I mean, if you're not going to add to my life, you're subtracting.
Yeah.
So of course she's going to date somebody that can align with her, that has some type of level of success as her. That makes most sense. So yes. But is she with me for money? I never was out there with my money. I don't show anything in my Instagram. She never knew. She just knew I was a part of Earn Your Leisure. Who knows? Rashad and Troy don't really show anything that they got a lot of money. We're not those type of dudes. You know what I'm saying? So it was, and you see all a lot of these influencers, they show off their money. I never showed off my money, so she could have never got with me for my money.
You really just started getting fly. Dating Jessica.
That's Jessica.
Like that's recent. You definitely.
I was fly at one point when I was scared. I'm losing weight. No. Before you met me.
I'm like, Jessica, you upgraded him, girl. You definitely upgraded. Mike, you out here looking like a whole boss out here in these streets. You looking like the whole entree, dessert. You got the stuff. Look at her.
My fiance's a boxer. Get out my DM. My fiance's a boxer.
Yes, I love that. No, seriously, I have seen, I'm getting to know Jessica, getting to know you. First of all, I love her, okay? And I feel like I'm going to love you too. I think we're going to be like a whole little situation. But just in getting to know the both of y'all, the way that y'all go back and forth and like ping-ponging off of, nope, she did this. Nope, he did that. Nope, she did. Like, you're really adding value to each other. And I wish everybody gets to see that. They don't, whatever. But I think it's beautiful.
I mean, listen, isn't the saying, you can give a man a fish, but he only eats for a day. You teach a man how to fish, he eats forever.
Yeah.
Her business, I could have just gave her money, right? And she would only have that money for that one time. This woman got pregnant shortly after her business started to flourish, right? But I didn't have to pay for anything. I didn't have to support her in a way that she couldn't support herself. She was already stable. She didn't, because you don't really supposed to trade emotions, she said. So she didn't trade that much during her pregnancy.
Yeah.
Right? So now what if she didn't have that passive income? She basically, I didn't teach her how to fish. I don't want to say it like that, but I put it in place where she didn't have to worry about trading.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me get you pregnant. I got him.
So you trapped her?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't trap her?
She fine.
Did you see that last picture?
She fine,
Shit.
for sure.
I said you ain't going nowhere.
But this all happened so quickly. How has this changed you?
Look at me. You just said it.
I mean, not just what you look like.
I mean, I'm my life is right in front. I'm literally unpacking every layer of my life right in front of you. You're seeing the weight loss, right? January 1st, I weighed 333 pounds. I'm telling you how I'm doing it. I'm showing you how I'm doing it. I'm speaking it. I'm telling you that I'm gonna start making content. I start making content, and now you see it. I'm telling you I'm gonna start my own one-on-one. I'm showing you how I'm starting my one-on-one, and now I'm doing one-on-one. I'm literally unpacking my life right in front of you. So anybody in the world that says they can't do this, or they say I'm capped, go from January 1st to today. You'll see every single thing that I've told you I was going to do, and that I'm doing. I'm living in my purpose.
Yes.
Simple as that.
I love that so much. Love that.
It's my time.
It's
my
time. You better pop out.
I waited a long time for this, and now it's my time.
It's your time. It's
my
here.
time.
It's here. You're not next. You're now.
I'm now.
You're
right
now. You're now.
Right now.
And you have a whole new motivation. You have a 1-year-old.
It's him and her fault.
It's him and her fault.
That's why I'm in front of this camera.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. Right. This is what I realized, and I said this on a podcast, but on Social Proof. But I'm gonna say it one more time, because people were talking shit like, why they so separate, why they breaking up, It's say a bunch of shit, whatever. The thing is that what I realized is that when you're behind the scenes, you don't really control your own destiny. Like, I'm still like, my destiny is controlled by the person that I'm helping, the person that I'm behind, right? Like, I got 68,000 followers right now, right?
Okay.
When I had 6,000 followers, if I wanted to do a mastermind, right, on digital branding, right, on how to build your brand, I probably wouldn't get nobody. I got 67,000 followers. I'm going to do a mastermind. I'm telling you again, I'm telling you what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to do a mastermind, and it's going to sell out. Probably in February I'll do it, right? Because now I own my brand. Now I am my brand. I'm out there, right? I couldn't control that destiny. I would say, Donni, can you come? I want you to do a mastermind. Jessica, can you come? I want to do a mastermind. And I'm going to put it together, do the marketing, do all that. I don't have to do that anymore. I control my destiny. You want to get on my train? Fine. We can go do this together. But if not, I'm going. So that's the difference. That's why I wanted to control my own destiny.
I love that.
Yes.
Now you have your son.
Beautiful.
How has being a father shifted anything for you? You've got this battery pack.
I got the battery pack. I mean, that's the most amazing gift. Like, I can't believe how fulfilling having a kid is. Like, if I knew this, I probably had 20 kids by now, but like, I'm telling her, she in trouble. She about to have 10.
Y'all having more?
I've been trying. I've been shooting, but I've been missing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got these juices in the car. I can give you some of the juices. Okay, I got you.
But, you know.
We're setting you up, Jay.
I'm just saying, I mean, if she could be pregnant for like the next 5 years, it'd be great. You know what I'm saying? We have this level of success. We're actually in a place where we can take care of our kids. If God blesses me with 4 or 5 more kids, that'd be amazing. Because seeing this first year of him growing, like it's just been so like rewarding. Like I thank God every morning. Like I don't even know if I deserve it. Like this is amazing. Like he's such an amazing kid. He's so happy. It couldn't have been perfect. Like it couldn't have been. I couldn't imagine it any better than this.
I love it. And every time I see y'all, like Legend is right there. We were just at a Friendsgiving. Yeah, he's right there, just chilling, being passed crying around through everybody who wants to hold him.
I don't know about that. Now we got to slow that down.
But that everybody wants. Everybody
shouldn't be able to hold the legend.
Everybody shouldn't be able to possess the legend. I love that so much, but we do. He's adorable. He's amazing, and so now you're traveling a lot. How are you finding it? Like, you're working this business, your fiance, you got your baby, you're leaving the home. Are you finding it harder and harder to go back and forth?
I hate the travel part.
Yeah.
But with the good thing is now he's getting older. I'm gonna be able to travel. Like you said, he comes with us everywhere when we go in Atlanta. But as he gets older and it becomes more comfortable for him to travel, I got to figure out a workflow for that. That's what I like.
Need a process.
Systems and processes.
You got to scale. Is it scaling fatherhood now?
Yeah, it is.
You got to scale fatherhood.
You have to learn how to do things. I'm not gonna say I'm lazy, but I like to do everything the easiest way possible.
Yeah.
And I want to find how to get from point A to point B the fastest. And when we first went on a plane with him, it was all new to me. I didn't know anything. I didn't know that you had to go to the front desk and get a ticket and go, and then take the car seat. I didn't know all these things. Now we gotta put things in place to make this process so much simpler or seamless that when we want to travel with him, and if I want to travel, he can just come along.
Being a father now and seeing your son at his very beginning, what would Michael Macdonald today tell 10-year-old Michael Macdonald?
That when you get to your 20s, work like you've been working in your 30s.
When you get to your 20s, work like you've been working in your 30s.
And then party in your 30s.
And party in your, so you're saying do all the work.
Do exactly what Jessica did. She sacrificed her 20s so she can live her life in her 30s.
That's strong.
So any girl out there, or any girl or boy that's in their 20s, sacrifice the club, sacrifice a relationship, focus on yourself, pour into yourself, because this is the time where you're more receptive to information, you have more time on your hands, you have less responsibilities, and you have the most energy. This is the time in your 20s. If I was 10 years old, I'd say, yo, when you get to 20, go ahead. Because you're done with school and all that stuff, and now you have your 20s and just cake up.
Yeah. What blows you away the most about your life right now? Like, you've come a long way. You've had a journey. Like, if you had to sit down and just think about it and you're like, God, man, I'm grateful. This one blew my mind. What would that be?
I mean, I don't want to give her too much credit, but her and my son.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, the material things do blow my mind too, because it is things that I used to dream about that I was like, I would never be able to. I remember saying, like, I took a loan from somebody for $10,000. I'm like, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna pay him back. Part of my friends, I don't know how I'm gonna pay him back. How I'm gonna have $10,000 at once? And I'm like, damn, like that. And I don't because I went broke. Now I'm up. I don't remember those. I forgot the times the first time. The first time around, I forgot my broke times. I forgot a broke life.
Yeah.
Now that made me, that brought me, that humiliated me, right? Being broke. And now I promised myself I would never forget those times that I've went through, that I struggled again. You know, for the second time I struggled. I said, I'm never going back here. And I always go back to remembering going to Trader Joe's and like putting items in the cart and making sure I have enough money in my account to pay for it. Yeah. That shit was real. That was literally happened a few years ago. So I would never, ever put myself in that position again. And those are the things that keep me humbled and keep me grounded. Things like that. That shit was crazy, man.
Yeah. I often reflect back.
I'm getting chills thinking about it.
Yeah. What was it about that moment, those moments that give you these chills today? And
people would say, and they're going to say, why would you go on dates? I remember I went on a date and I had like $150. I'm like,
you was out here. You was one of them?
I mean,
you was out here being broke, dating?
The thing is that you're miserable, right? You need some type of enjoyment with life, right?
Hoping the debit card go through.
You need some type of distraction from the depression you're going through. And I went on a date. I had $150, right? I'm like, that should be enough for a date. Tell me why this girl ordered the whole fucking menu. This shit comes to $220. I gotta text my brother, yo, can you sell me $70? That was real shit.
So this was not long ago.
I'm telling you, a few years ago.
Wow.
Yes, it was real. It was quick pay. It wasn't Zelle, but it was quick pay. But it was the same shit. But it was like, yeah, you say, why are you going on dates if you don't have, because I wanted to, because I was tired of being tired. I was tired of being alone. I was tired of being stressed. I needed an outlet. And that was the one time I said, I got $150. Let me go on a date. And my brother had to send me $70. That's some real shit.
That is real.
What?
Do you make some of your decisions now based on, like, for me, sometimes I do things just because there was a time I couldn't. So today I'm going to do it. You know, like, for example, for you, the $220 meal wasn't something that you could do at that time. Do you ever have like, you know what? Order everything off the menu just because you have the ability to do it now?
No,
she's saying yes.
No, my biggest, I'm gonna answer her question. My biggest problem is that I don't like people paying for stuff. So when I go out to eat with somebody, I always take the bill. I want to take the bill and pay the bill. But I've been like that when I really didn't have it. And I'll still pay the bill, get the credit card, and just figure out how to pay the credit card off. So I've always been like that, but I don't just order something. I don't just spend money to spend money. I am more very educated in the way I spend my money now. Okay. I have a shirt. I have a brand that says Assets Over Liabilities. I made a big purchase a few months ago, but I had an asset to pay for that purchase. So anytime I make a purchase, I'm always going to make a purchase knowing that I have something else paying for it. I have a home. We moved into a bigger home, but I have a home that pays for that bigger home and pays for another home. And it pays for that home, the home it is. So I always make sure I have assets to supplement my indulges, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. It makes total sense. I love the growth. So we are moving into the direction of establishing your personal brand. Your personal brand just happens to be helping other people really establish their brands. What are some, give me three, maybe 5 essentials, key elements on what you believe, what you be looking for to work with brands that you believe in right now? Like what are 3 to 5 things that they have that you're like, yep, this is a brand that I want to get behind?
So let's talk. I'll talk about one.
Hey, CEO Donni Wiggins here, and I am so excited to announce my new mentorship group is dropping. You may have already heard about it, but I wanted you to hear it from the horse's mouth directly from me. My new mentorship group, Actionable CEO, for entrepreneurs who are interested in professional growth, personal growth, and financial growth. You want to learn from me. Y'all have been asking for this for the last 3 years, and I have finally brought Actionable CEO back to serve you every single week. Direct mentorship from me. You will also hear from other people who are in my community that I believe will be greatly impactful to you. You're going to get behind the scenes. We're going to be spending some time together live. This is not pre-recorded. This is live mentorship. So if you are an entrepreneur and you want to be connected, feel connected, you want to elevate your brand, you want to elevate your life, you want to elevate your level of success, Actionable CEO is for you. ActionableCEO.com. See you there.
Actually, let's talk about this guy. He was just on the hot seat.
Okay.
and he has a clothing brand. And the dude has so much what's that word? Like aspirations, right?
Yeah.
He's so amazing. He got it on call with me, and now he's one of my mentees. But he has all the elements like inside, right? He just needs to know how to tell his story. He's never told his story before. And once he starts telling his story and start trying to like just say, hey, buy my shirt. No. I come from this. I went through this. Now I'm doing this and I'm here. He's going to resonate with so many people that they're just going to support him because they can relate to him. Yeah. And that's what all I'm going to do with him. I mean, that's really all I'm going to do. Now, but aside from the systems and having him post every day and having him, I think he should start I think everybody should have a podcast. Yeah. Every single person in the world should have a podcast because that's your voice. And it's like Twitter. I think the podcast should be like Twitter. Whenever you have something to talk about, you should talk about it on your podcast. And if you do it really well, you can actually get paid really well. So I would tell him to do that because he has a really great story. And when he hit me up, I said, I have an invested interest in you now because not just you're my a mentee, but because you were on Hot Seat and you allowed yourself to get really like torn apart.
Yeah, for sure.
And now I'm going to show you that it don't have to be this way. So I have an invested interest in his success.
Yeah. And then he'll be able to go back and say, look, this is where I started. This is the step that I took to correct it.
You know what that testimony is going to do? I probably won't be giving no more one-on-ones by then, but you know what that testimony is going to do?
Yeah.
Because he's so genuine. He reminds me of myself. He's pure. He's a really good person. Yeah. It's just that he just needs to know the way. And that's what we're going to do.
Show him the way.
Show him the way.
Show him the way. So through branding.
It sucks that people might know who that is.
Everybody, well, if you watch the Social Proof podcast or Full Transparency, we hope that you're also watching the Hot Seat episodes and you'll know who they are.
I think it's a great concept.
Yeah. And we'll probably insert a little clip just to make sure you know who he is. I would love a follow-up on that to see his journey.
No, he's good. He's going to be good. He's going to be good.
Yeah. So one of the struggles that even that gentleman had and most entrepreneurs have that you're popping out and doing at an excellent level is showing up on social media, posting the right content to really drive the narrative home of this is who I am, this is the story, this is where the direction that we're going in. What do you believe, if you could offer some advice, like some posting strategies, like how do we stay consistent? What should we be talking about on social media to help build the brand?
So this is what I do. I literally do this every single day. I come up with ideas. It was somebody that said something about your brain works better when you're in a plane. Because I do come up. Yeah, that was you?
Well, I heard someone say it, but I talked about it on my podcast.
Oh yeah, so it might be true because I do come up with a lot of ideas. I came up with EYL Network in the plane. So these ideas come to my head. I put them down in my notepad, which I have to create a system for that. Like it's another app now I'm gonna start using that's better with your notes. But I put these different.
Which one I need it?
No. What is it? No, it starts with an N. I'll get it for you.
Okay. Are you talking about Notion?
Notion.
Oh, we use Notion. Okay.
Yeah, Notion.
Cool. Yeah, it
Notion's dope.
It's amazing.
So I put these ideas in my note, and then I take the least busiest day of my week, and that's when I say I'm gonna record. I'm gonna work on content. So it takes me about like an hour to format my ideas. So I'll say like execution. I made a video on execution. I made an episode on execution, and that's another thing. Well, I'll talk about that later. I had executing on the information that you receive. Right. I said, all right, I want to make this an episode. Right. So I write down the script. I write down the different things I'm gonna talk about. Different bullet points, and then boom, that's an episode. I take another idea, boom, same thing. I take about five different ideas that I put down for that week, and then now I have 5 different episodes, right?
Okay.
I take another 2 hours, and I literally just record for 2 hours straight. Each episode. It's about a 2 hour long because I'll mess up and I'll stop, I'll chill, I'll work, whatever. Just think about what I'm gonna say, how I'm gonna say it. It's about 2 hours. I take that 2 hours, I send it to an editor. He sends me all the episodes. He sends me all the clips for YouTube, TikTok, Shorts, Instagram. And it took me about 2 hours, say 2 hours it takes me to do 2 to 3 hours it takes me to do that process.
Yeah.
Once I get all the content back, it takes me another hour to schedule everything out for the whole entire week or month, deciding on how much content I gave them. Mm-hmm. And that's literally my process, and that's how I'm able to function and be able to work at be able to have a few multi-million-dollar businesses and have my own brand and have a family, and you got to have those processes, and that's literally my workflow.
At the level that you're operating at and producing at, outside of your editor, you're posting your own content? Mm-hmm. You, Michael Macdonald, get on your own Instagram.
I schedule it.
Okay, but you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that I'm placing emphasis there is because we got people who, they're parents and they may have this going on and they may be working a 9 to 5 and they're like, I don't post content because I don't have the time. I'm even guilty of sometimes saying that, man, I don't have the time to post this content, but you are running multiple multi-million-dollar businesses, an infant son, new fiance, and you are still doing that work yourself. You hadn't delegated that out.
Not yet, because I don't want to give access to my Instagram.
Yeah.
It's my most valuable asset for my brand right now, because that pushes everything, right? It's like giving access to my podcast, right? That's going to be, I'm saying it again, that's going to be the most valuable asset of my brand, my podcast. And that's what I was going to go into. If you have a podcast, you need to post every single day. Mm-hmm. If you're not, the greatest thing about your podcast, right? Everyone, when they buy this phone, they have a podcast app already in it. Yeah. So they know they have your app, right? Yeah. All you have to do is get them to follow your podcast. Yeah. Once they follow your podcast, they're going to get an alert every single time you drop an episode. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't you want to alert someone every single day? You are in someone's face every single day. You do kind of the same thing I do, brand building, right? Mm-hmm. Today might be the day that I want to get my brand built. Boom, Donni pops in my face. What you think's going to happen? Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind, right? That's why you don't want to be out of sight, out of mind. So if you're doing anything, you need to be, this is the opportunity that you could be in someone's face every single day. Yeah. So if you have a podcast and you're not posting every day, shame on you. And you also need to post the same time every single day. Every single day at 9 a.m., you will be alerted from my podcast. And that's why I'm able to rank in 2 weeks. Simple as that. That's the gem. That's the gift of podcasting.
Are you posting on on podcast platforms every single day?
Every single day. You take the same clip that you put on your audio podcast and you put the same clip on your video podcast. It's the same thing, but the other way. You take the video clip and you put it as a audio format.
First of all, you just enlightened me.
Every single day you need to post, because the agencies don't go by per episode downloads. They go by your month. Now, if you're only posting 4 times a month,
just the episode, just the long form episode,
and say you got 1,000 listens, you probably got way more than that, but say you got 1,000 for four episodes. Now, if you post 30 days a week, what does that do to your downloads? Donni makes way more money. I just made Donni, the brand builder, I multiplied her income live on set. I multiplied her income.
Watch us do it. So I need to be taking the same clips that I put on YouTube and Instagram, whatever those audios are, and it's just like, this is the marketing. It's not necessarily the podcast. This is just the marketing. I never thought
it's segments.
Mm-hmm.
You need it's repurposing your content. You need to
make sure we got that.
You need to repurpose all your content because somebody might not listen to the whole episode, but they'll like the short version of the episode. Yeah. Like that clip that went viral with her. Everyone's listening to it because it's getting a lot of attention.
Why didn't I think to do it first?
Because you ain't have
because I didn't have Michael Macdonald, the brand mogul, sitting next to me on this sofa. I didn't have you put me on that game. That's a fact. So
I can't lie. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
And that's the things that I do for people like Jessica and all my mentees that I'm gonna do. So
that is why. And they're going to say it's cap. And when I do it and I have to credit you for it and they say it's cap, we're going to pull this clip up.
Am I going to get a testimony? Be on the, you know what?
I'm going to need that. I'm going to need that.
Your money's going to multiply.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I already see it. So what I do specifically, I'm a business coach, not necessarily a branding coach, right? So I help you think through your offers and your clarity and teach you how you're going to scale the business. Okay. But I didn't even think about, using that as another strategy for any of my clients who have podcasts, like, yo, drop segments on the audio platform.
You definitely have to teach them that, because it allows you to multiply your income and allows you to rank much faster than you would with just 4 episodes.
We dropping segments.
Every single day.
Every single day. And it sounds scary because I'm in a place right now with my own brand where I got Social Proof podcast, Full Transparency podcast, my Actionable CEO mentorship community. Wow. I got all these things, and it's like every time, and then they want me to show behind the scenes lifestyle and all of this stuff. And so it's like every day is something different to post. When do I have time? I'm gonna be posting every hour on the hour. And
this is another thing. This is another hack. People have communities and have courses, and they do these Zoom calls.
Yep.
And they're like hour, 2 hour long. A lot of people, if they wasn't on that Zoom, they're not gonna listen to the hour, 2 long content. Oh, I'm giving them so much stuff.
I'm about to walk off this set because I need to get to work. I already know where you're about to go.
Let me say, it's content.
Yes.
But this is what you can do. You go to, this is affiliate link. I'm gonna tell you affiliate. I'm not gonna say the name. I'm gonna wait till you go to it.
Okay.
But it's called mjmautomation.com.
Get that, Bree.
mjmautomation.com. You go there, you drop that Zoom into that website. It's AI. It's gonna give you the segments, the highlighted segments that and the informative segments of those of that long video. You take those segments that it gives you and you make them clips and you put them in audio and video. Boom. That's even more content.
He is a genius. So I use a platform it's the little tweaks that people don't understand. And this is what they pay top dollar for, because we use a platform to break up our long form content. I know you didn't want to say it here, but I'm thinking that it's the same thing that, is it that?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Because this is what we use.
No.
So I use that platform.
Once you go to that, you won't use anything else.
Okay.
You won't use anything else. I used to use like 7 different AIs. And I'm so good with it. I actually was on a call with the CEO. That's why I'm working. He's actually going to be the first sponsor of my podcast.
I love having conversations on this platform that make me want to end the episode right now and go get to work, because you literally just it's that one teeny tiny
that changes
nugget
your whole business.
That changes everything. Yeah. Taking do you know how much time we spend inside of these communities doing Q&As and doing the weekly mentorship sessions and the live calls and all of this stuff? And you can literally not only leverage it to build your brand by posting this stuff on social media, but even for your members who are in there, if they miss a call, they're not going back and listening to the recording.
That's where the best content is.
That's where the best stuff is.
The best and it's the most updated content, but nobody's taking advantage of it.
Posting it inside the group too, though, will help you retain your students and your mentees.
No, you post in the group, but no one goes and see it. No, very few people go watch. Very small amount of people even finish your course.
Yeah.
Even fewer go through that whole Zoom because it's some talking and you're not part of it. It's not engaging anymore because it's not live. So the way you take that great content, you put it in that app, mjmautomation.com, and it just does everything for you.
It does everything for you.
It gives you your email blast. It gives you the tags to put on YouTube, because you should be putting tags on all your YouTube videos.
Yeah.
The thing is, you need YouTube to know what the content is as fast as possible. That just gives it another layer of information on what your content is and what it's about.
Yeah.
The more it knows what it's about, now it knows where to find your audience. Like I used to tell people, like, if you see a video do well, like I seen like on the first podcast she went, the clip did well when she was saying about everybody was talking bad about. I said, I called her, I said, can I get that clip? Can I post that clip on my page? She said, sure. It's at 1 million views. The first time on hers, it went 500,000. Mine's, it went 1 million views. I knew it was going to do good. You know why? Because it was already an audience for it. And Instagram knew the audience for this particular content.
Yeah.
And it pushed it to the audience. It knew the audience already. So when you make content, you got to make content that you already know that it's successful, because the platforms already know where the audience to go to. So it makes the process seamless.
You got the real sauce.
I mean, Earn Your Leisure is the biggest for a reason.
The biggest for a reason.
I'm not gonna say just me, but we're highly intelligent people, and we started to work together. You put 3 highly intelligent people in a room, it's gonna change the world.
But you really study this. Like, you can hear it in your language. Like, you're reading the books, you're doing the things, but you're taking the information off of the pages,
and I'm executing.
And you're executing.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
People, and I was used to be like that too. I used to get all this information. I'll be hyped. I'll be in a mastermind, be like, oh, I'm gonna change my life. Even church. Sometimes in church, I'll be like, oh, I'm ready. I'm gonna be a speaker. I'm an international speaker now too. So please address me correctly.
Did you update your bio?
Not yet.
Did you update your bio?
No, I actually did. I said it before. I said it before because I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But you know, that you get all excited. And then as you leave the event, that excitement just goes down. The adrenaline goes down, and you don't execute. I said, that ain't going to be me. That ain't going to be my story.
You got to execute immediately.
And that's all. I've been executing for this whole year, like 100% on myself, and you see the results.
We see the results. The biggest. We have the biggest here with us today. Michael, before you leave, you have dropped some game. You've shared some insight on your life, who you are in your journey. And I think if they didn't know you before, they know who you are now.
Hopefully. You know
for sure. If you could leave.
Maybe they'll be better with me in the comments. They ain't going to kill me no more.
I don't know. There's a couple of spicy moments here where, you know what I mean?
I'm a nice guy. I don't even want to be mean. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody. I want everybody to win.
And that's what I love so much about you, seriously. If I'm being fully transparent, you're intimidating.
Why?
You're intimidating, like for real. You're just like this big guy who's moving around. When you're working and when I've seen you're not smiling. You're like focused.
I'm locked in.
You're locked in.
I like to focus. Whatever I'm focused on, I like to focus. You know, it's very important.
And I kind of got beef with the EYL platform. I'm just say that.
How you got beef with us?
I got a little beef.
Can I say tell about it? Yeah, tell about it.
Y'all don't be inviting me to speak. Like how you come to my city and do events. I'm like the biggest business coach in Atlanta, and y'all don't put me on front stage all by myself.
Remember that thing? Out of sight, out of mind. You're not posting enough.
I wasn't posting enough. So you know what though? David said the same thing. I turned up immediately after that. Like
out of sight. The people that were on the platform that was on InvestFest were people that were
in your face.
Unless she was engaged to me.
Unless she was
pregnant. Is
that it? Is that it?
The first two times she was on her shit.
Yeah.
But the third time, you know, she was pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
I said I feel away.
She mad at me now.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's gonna be that's the part that's gonna go viral from the whole episode.
I want my fiance on the stage. I mean, she was pregnant. She took some time off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She wasn't in your face every day.
Look at how she's moving around. She's antsy now. I love it. Y'all are so cute. No, but I did, and I told MG the same thing. Like I got a little beef. Like,
well, I mean, like I said, you have to be outside more. You have to, you know.
I don't get outside. Me, right?
I am InvestFest, right? I might not be on the stage next year. I wasn't on the stage the first 3 years, right? Do I get mad? You know what I say? I got to work harder.
Listen.
I'm not going to get on this. I'm not going to put myself on the stage. I want them to put me on the stage. I got to feel like I deserve it. So I'm not, I mean, yeah, I can insert myself on the stage. No. I'm not going to do it.
I think by InvestFest, the next one, you'll be ready. You will. You might have done something to deserve it for sure.
You think?
For sure.
You think?
And you know what? That's something that I think would be huge for you. You guys had an audience of over 20,000 people at InvestFest this year. What is it? Are we going for 20,000 next year or an even bigger audience? We doing stadiums?
I mean, we're trying to lock in the thing. Somebody has that date, so we gotta get that date.
Okay.
We're trying to own the date. I'm not sure if we got the date.
What audience size are you going for the next InvestFest?
I mean, probably the same amount. I mean, because we hit the capacity with that place. If you were there, you know that like any more people would be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So unless we can go into a place where we can, because the vending space is so valuable to the event that if we go into a bigger place, it takes away the vending space. And the vending space is so important for the culture, for the community, for those small businesses that come and start. They make like one of my guys. For him, shout out to him. He made a ton of money at InvestFest, and he made a killing for Black Friday. I would never want to take that from those entrepreneurs. I would never want to do that. So we have to include the vending space. So unless we could do it outside, but there's so many risks with going outside.
So many risks, and please, at the time of year that you guys bring InvestFest,
really
please
hot.
Don't go out. Because it was hard to stand outside just to wait for a good meal.
So
okay?
we literally hit the capacity. So when we do release the tickets, you better get tickets because it will sell out.
I love that. I love it. Y'all need to connect with this guy, Mike. Before we leave and tell everybody how to follow you, Can you leave a couple of words? This audience is an audience of entrepreneurs who are interested in seeing like who's the person behind the entrepreneur and how can I see myself in Michael Macdonald on this episode.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'll just say this. Anytime I moved and it wasn't in my passion, it wasn't a passion of mine, 9 out of 10 times it was the wrong move. So I would say if you're going to do something, move in passion, because when you're living in your purpose, the feeling is so much more gratifying that it's nothing. You're fulfilled. You feel that I'm the happiest person I am today because I'm moving in my purpose. I'm moving in my passion. So I would say any business owner, if you're not happy, you're not in love with what you're doing, I think you should change and learn how to monetize your passion. And if you want to find me or you want to learn how to love your passion, www.michaeljmacdonald.com.
I love it. Thank you for being here. I've had the biggest and the baddest sitting next to me. Biggest and the baddest. Baddest is over there. I'm not talking about you. Sitting right next to me on the Full Transparency sofa. You guys plug in with Michael. Don't forget all his information wherever you're looking at this or listening to this will be in the description of the video. And we will see you next week. We're out.